Namaste dosto, welcome back. In this series, we are going to talk about strategies of trading Renko charts. इसके पहले वाले वीडियोस आपने ज़रूर देखे होंगे जहाँ पे हमने पैटर्न्स की बात की है, हाउ टू टेक ऑब्जेक्टिव एंट्रीज, स्टॉप लॉस की बात की है, टारगेट आइडेंटिफिकेशन की बात की है और सेटअप की बात की है. अब आते हैं कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज पे. पहली स्ट्रैटेजी है टू ट्रेड योर निफ्टी विथ द डबल मूविंग एवरेज. So if you remember in the last video, we have talked about double moving average 20 and 40 to identify the trend. अगर ट्रेंड बुलिश है तो हम बुलिश पैटर्न्स ट्रेड करेंगे. ये हमारा एक सेटअप और ये हमारा रूल है. So 0.05% is the box size on a 1 minute chart for intraday trading Nifty. जैसे ही bullish alignment हो, you should look at bullish patterns. So here you can see a one back pattern. Here there is a zigzag pattern which is formed. Again a one back pattern. Then a two back pattern, a swing breakout, again a swing breakout, one back pattern, swing breakout. ये इंट्राडे सेटअप है तो आपको स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द डे में एंट्री जहाँ पे स्विंग ब्रेकआउट या इफेक्टिव पैटर्न के साथ मिलती है, यू हैव टू टेक योर ट्रेड विथ द स्टिपुलेटेड स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि कोई भी ट्रेड सेटअप रेनको चार्ट्स में ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के बगैर नहीं है. एनीवेयर यू हैव अ एंट्री, यू हैव योर स्टॉप लॉस एंड यू ऑल्सो हैव योर टारगेट्स प्लेस्ड. सो एंट्री विद द पैटर्न and with the stop loss in place. When you are trading Nifty on the bearish side, the brick size for intraday remains the same, 0.05%, 1 minute chart that is looking at. And when you have a bearish crossover, that's where you look for entries. जैसे यहाँ पे two back pattern बना, again a swing breakout. Then यहाँ पे क्योंकि end of the day पे you close the trade, next day you take a fresh entry. यहाँ पे one back pattern बना, swing breakdown, one back pattern, swing breakdown. The beauty of Renko charts is you have the swing highs which are getting marked. You can keep riding the trend with trailing your stop loss. Those of you who are into scalping have the liberty to book your trades when the brick changes its color. So those who are into long trades, जब bullish bricks बन रही है, जैसे ही bearish brick बन जाती है, it's a signal for you that scalper हो आप, छोटे टाइम फ्रेम में आपको काम करना है, आपकी वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा होती है स्कैल्पिंग में, तो विथ स्मॉल प्राइस एक्शन और स्मॉल प्राइस मूवमेंट यू मेक द मैक्स आउट ऑफ दैट ट्रेड. सो जैसे ही बुलिश स्विंग बने, रिवर्सल ब्रेक बने, यू मूव आउट ऑफ द ट्रेड, यू बुक योर प्रॉफिट्स. जैसे ही बेरिश स्विंग के बाद बुलिश ब्रेक बनती है, स्कैल्पर शुड बुक देयर प्रॉफिट्स. In case of those who trade intraday, you can trail your stop loss to the swing high in case of bearish trades, and in case of bullish trade, you can keep trailing your stop loss to swing lows and make the max out of any trade setup which is coming up on the intraday basis. Remember the box sizes. Then trading Nifty on positional basis, we use a 0.1% box size here and a 1 minute chart again. Again, DMAs are very important for us. When the DMAs are aligned in a bullish manner, हम bullish trade देखेंगे with bullish patterns. जैसे यहाँ देखिए, there was a crossover and then there was a bear trap. So a bear trap in a bullish trend is a potent, potent trade setup again. Swing breakout is where you take a long trade and then just ride your trend. Since this is a positional trade, you just trail your stop losses out here to the swing lows and ride your trend to the next day until your swing low gets broken. So where the swing low gets broken, that's where you exit your trade setup and book your profits. Next is when you ride it on the bearish side, the box size remains the same, 0.1% is the crossover. Here we have a two back pattern, your stop loss is one brick above, and then ride the trend and trail your stop losses to the swing high. बेरिश ट्रेड पे जहाँ पे स्विंग हाई टूट गया, वहाँ पे आपका स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो गया. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट ट्रेल योर स्टॉप लॉसेज आउट हियर टू द स्विंग हाई. वन ब्रिक अबाउ द स्विंग हाई इज योर आइडियल स्टॉप लॉस फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ अ बेरिश ट्रेड सेटअप. अब ब्यूटी ये है रेनको चार्ट्स की, if at all I miss out on the trade setup initially, I can still participate in the ongoing patterns which are forming in the direction of the trend. Of course, that is one underlying rule that we have. And I can also ride the trend. That is the biggest advantage of the Renko chart. कि not only you get an opportunity to get into the trend, if at all in the first occasion you have missed it, you also have the liberty to pyramid your trade. That is also possible because of the objective patterns that form in the direction of the trend. Now trading Bank Nifty intraday setup, we use a 0.08% brick size, 1 minute chart. Again, DMAs तो हमारे common ही है, which we use for trend identification. Once you have a bullish crossover, look for breakouts or whatever bullish patterns are forming. Could be in the form of a 1 back pattern, 2 back pattern, swing breakout, trap patterns. So many patterns we have learnt already in our series. So identify the trend and identify the pattern along with the swing lows as your stop loss. For bearish trade setup, 0.08% crossover and then swing breakdown is where you participate on the downside with the patterns in the direction of the trend and a objective stop loss again. For trading positionally Bank Nifty, we use a 0.15% box size on a 1 minute chart again, wherein a bullish crossover happens. Swing breakout is where you take your entry, swing low is your stop loss, and ride the trend with trailing your stop loss below the swing lows. Where the swing low breaks down, that's where the support is getting broken. Of course, support breaking is your first sign where the trend is shifting into a bearish domain. When you are trading it on the bearish side, again crossover of the DMAs is what we first look out for. Trend is bearish, look for bearish patterns. 2 back pattern, 1 back pattern is with which you can participate. Trailing your stop loss to the swing highs is what you should do, and booking your profits at targets is also another way of taking home profits at certain intervals. So this is what the box sizes that you should use for trading Nifty and Bank Nifty. A beautiful setup with a multi-swing breakout. So multi-swing breakout is a pattern that we have already discussed. When a previous swing high is getting broken, which has been tested twice, thrice, and this time around that resistance is getting broken, we have a multi-swing breakout pattern. If the multi-swing bullish breakout pattern is happening when the trend is also bullish, so we are looking at the trend first, 2040 EMA crossover, bullish crossover hona chahiye, and when the multi-swing breakout happens, we can look for an opportunity objectively to participate when the multi-swing breakout happens with swing low as your stop loss. Riding the trend helps you to enjoy the trend in the bullish direction. Similarly, when the multi-swing breakdown happens in the bearish direction, we need a crossover in the EMAs. EMAs jab 2040 are in a bearish alignment and then multi-swing breakdown happens, you can look for shorting entry with swing high as your stop loss. Then riding the trend in the direction of the bearish side would help you to achieve the trade in the downward direction. Now, an important strategy which is called as a top-down approach. If you remember, when we had discussed the box sizes, we had talked about 2 box sizes. We were looking at a top-down approach. When the trend in the higher brick size is bullish, we look for bullish entries in the lower brick size. When the trend in the brick size on the higher box size is bearish, we look for bearish entries on the smaller brick size. So here you have example wherein the stock name is irrelevant. So where we have a breakout which is happening, trend is bullish and a bullish bear trap happened on the 28th of November. After which we had a breakout on the smaller brick size chart. So the larger brick size chart is 1% and the smaller brick size chart is 0.25% where the swing breakout is happening, and you can look for objective entry with a stop loss below the swing low. Another example where the trend is into a bullish domain and a 2 back pattern is forming on a 1% box size. On a 0.25%, a multi-swing breakout started happening with a 1 back pattern. That's where objectively you can participate. So what we are doing is, we are looking at the box size on the 1% and then we are trading in the direction of the 1% chart on the 0.25% box size. On the top-down approach on the bearish side, you can see a multi-swing breakout happen on 1%. Prices below the 10 period EMA, 20 period EMA, and that's where the downside started in the bearish direction. On a 0.25%, we had a one back pattern and the stock started breaking down. Another example where we have a swing strike back pattern and prices below the moving average, indicating the trend on the higher brick size is bearish. Look for opportunity on the lower brick size wherein the DMAs are in the bearish direction, and then participating with the patterns in the bearish direction on the lower side. The last strategy that I have, which is for cash trading and for positional trading, which is where you have the triple moving average and the RSI. The triple moving average have to be in a bullish direction, 20, 30, 40 align in the hierarchy with RSI above the mark of 50. When the price starts giving you a reversal break near the triple moving average, so here you have the triple moving average which are bullish, price comes back, pulls back, and when the reversal break prints, that's where you get your long entry with the swing low as your stop loss. So this is purely for trading positional trades into a cash trading. Here also you can see EMA is aligned in the bullish manner. Price pulls back to the EMA. The first bullish reversal break is where you can take a long entry with the stop loss below the swing low, and of course RSI has to be above the mark of 50. You would know that in any of these cases, we have a stipulated entry, we have a stipulated stop loss, and of course, targets is what you can find out with the formula which I have mentioned in the previous videos. I hope you enjoyed watching all the videos of various strategies for trading Renko charts and various instruments. Thank you for watching, and catch you in the next series where we're going to talk about stock selection.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.